Hello, everyone. We have
Esther,
Amar.
Joyce.
and Tyson. We are all here today to give you a little scoop on how we can balance productivity and trust within the workplace, knowing that we are being surveilled and watched always. Let's get into it.
So basically, in the modern era of technology that we live in now, it has become a norm for employers to monitor their employees' behaviors, whether it be through virtual means or in-person means. It's always necessary in order to measure the productivity and efficiency within the workforce.
Absolutely. I was also going to say how we have to understand we are always being watched. We have cameras every 5 steps in the workplace. We have now digital systems that are put on our computers, on our software, that our managers is being notified constantly of, again, our productivity and efficiency.
yeah, and I was gonna say it's not like just about the cameras, and it includes like our badges, the swipes, our bypassing security.
Mhm.
All of those are entailed or, put together to like monitor and surveil like the employees as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so but what about our privacy rights?
What about our
Yeah.
privacy rights,
Our
right?
privacy.
Mhm,
When we got all this monitoring and surveillance.
Exactly.
I think that's where the ethical concerns start, as we really need to define those boundaries between what is personal to an employee and what is essential for a business to have.
Because it's no longer like just a mere looking over your shoulder kind of thing. It's actually looking directly into your life and kind of, there's like a difference between shoulder surfing and actually looking into your work.
Almost like
It's-
hovering.
Yes, like
Absolutely.
it's something else. It's not.
And studies show that post-pandemic, within the workforce, I believe it increased to 60% of employees went to working at home, which made the amount of work surveillance
Mhm.
within
Yeah.
companies increase as well, because many people believe that when workers go home or work from home, they're not being as productive as they would in the office.
I saw something on BBC that says like an employee, his name was Mark. So he said that before technology was like advanced, or before remote work was like becoming more common, they didn't have so much monitoring. So after after the pandemic, actually they had remote work and jobs and all of that. So his manager tried to key in everything they did. He wanted his manager wanted a password to everything, and taking a break was it created anxiety. He was anxious. He was like, oh, if I don't log in, he's gonna say, oh, I'm slacking off, or
Right.
I'm even taking like a bathroom break was a big deal. So it creates this kind of like, it's no longer self-awareness if you're anxious about it. There's a difference there's a difference between being anxious about something and being self-aware. So workplace surveillance it's a bit too much. It gets to
Especially
like
nowadays.
nowadays, yeah.
I think it all has to start with the managers, though.
Mm-hmm.
People who surveil need to understand when they are being invasive and when they are breaching the boundary of privacy. Understanding that when you are looking for something in an employee, you're not looking there to punish them or find the flaws. You're just here to make sure that the efficiency of the employee is up to standard. That's all that is necessary.
Yeah, from A to Z, Z to A.
A to Z, Z to A.
Yeah. It's supposed to be the surveillance supposed to help maintain, plan, organize, lead, and control, the organizations and the resources. Not to put their employers at risk or make them uncomfortable. Because, they work for you, not slaves.
Exactly. When it comes to ethics and culture, understanding that fairness, respect, and social responsibility all play a key factor. And I think I read about that. Maybe it was
Jones and George.
It was in a textbook. Jones and George, exactly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, and even though surveillance is really important, I still think that the boundaries within it are the boundaries within it are very important, and understanding that not only it doesn't matter the culture, but when you are surveilling employees, it's important to let them know why, because when they know, they don't feel as much pressure.
Yes.
Because it releases it as
That
they,
is true. Mhm.
Yeah,
they
I
understand
believe.
it more.
I believe reading in the text, or maybe it was from one of the journals, that research shows when they are being transparent with employees and like telling them what they're being surveilled on and how that information is going to be used, the productivity rises because they now trust who is now managing them.
Yeah.
Understanding what they're working for, and it gives them like almost like
Yeah, a step ahead. Like that's where the transparency and honesty comes in. That helps build the reputation and trust.
of the relationship.
Yes, yes, of the
Yes.
And that's
relationship.
less people walking out
Mhm, yeah.
because they feel like they're being, you know,
Pushed over or
Yeah.
even
that bullying that
Now, when it comes to human resources within the workplace, I believe they play an essential or key role when it comes to communication between the managers and the employees, because not only do they handle like the control care of the workplace, but they also handle the overall culture that the employees are supposed to feel.
Now it's time for a Q&A on how surveillance in the workforce may be beneficial or even take a negative turn.
Okay, so I think a great question to start us off would be, when was a time within all of our experiences that we felt that we were over-surveilled in the workplace?
You wanna go first? I'll go first. Okay.
Okay.
So one time at work, so it's not necessary. I mean, it's necessary for us to like have cameras on there, because I know I work as a caregiver. So some people actually do have the tendency to maltreat the seniors. So I understand why you want to keep the cameras, but in the bathroom,
Well, a lot of stuff. See, when people know that,
that's weird.
that's a private spot.
Mhm.
But when the caregivers take the people,
Yeah.
the patients to the bathroom,
And
that's a silent abuse right there. That's abuse right there.
Yeah, and that's
Because
why
they
most
know-
times when we go in there and then we tend to like turn the camera away because of they need their privacy.
That's right.
And then you
and
get
all
queried
of
for
that
it.
stuff.
It doesn't make sense.
Right,
Yeah.
that's understandable. But I'm at a point right now.
Mhm.
That's why I had the little emergency situation.
Mhm.
My uncle is at a facility
Mhm.
in Littleton,
Mhm.
and he had 2 strokes. He had a stroke when I was coming back from Vegas. So it started up a whole lot of complications. But he had a stroke a week, but within that week, and he didn't tell anyone. So what are cameras at? Why are these people ain't taking him? So it's just for like the actors. They there for money, but are you there for for the right principles?
Yeah.
Because now he's in the hospital.
That's a
Mhm.
perfect example of how you can see how somebody who is going through it versus the employee standpoint.
Yeah.
And how
When-
security reasons and surveillance
Yeah.
might be beneficial in ways that is out of reach of the mind of the employee.
Exactly. Like when it's needed, it's not there. But
Right.
when it doesn't need to be there, they put it there, and then it ends up applying pressure to whoever is being monitored or surveilled.
But it's never gonna work out for the patient. It's gonna always be in favor of that facility.
Yeah,
when you
it's
try to
favor of
go
the business.
get more help or
Mhm.
whatever, they're gonna always try to
True.
trump the patient.
I had a job recently at Amazon, and it wasn't too much of like a privacy issue that with me. It was more of a wow, they are using their technology to know how many boxes I've stored in the last hour, and now they're giving out incentives to whoever put the most boxes, but also can tell how many steps you walked on your device.
Mm.
So it's like they dive so deep into your information.
Yeah.
But I failed to realize at the time that how beneficial it was to create a better morale in the workplace. When I first realized what information they were taking with these devices, I was a little worried, a little like, oh, well, why do you need to know all that? Why do you need to know exactly where I am in the facility at every moment? And it felt a little weird, but then it turned into, oh wow, I just got Stower of the Month. And I put all the boxes on the truck, like I won that incentive, and now I feel like I value this job more. So you can flip it each way and every
Right.
way.
Yeah.
And I think you'll find the flaws in surveillance, but you'll also find the benefits to go off of Joyce's point.
And it's all about that balance for real. And when there is a good balance, and then you find the level of communication within it, like you got the incentive, so you realize, oh well, there's actually using this information, and they're not just using it to track me or do this or do that. They're actually using it to improve the morale of the overall team or improve the overall environment and culture within the facility, and it starts to make sense. But when you don't know that information, it just becomes more of a hindrance rather than something
Like,
that,
why you mad at me? Why you all over me?
Exactly.
I guess let me do my job properly.
I believe when I was reading over our essay, I seen in the implications and recommendations, I seen that the point of surveillance is to, again, be necessary. But to be necessary is to also be transparent with who you are doing it to.
Yes.
And I think transparency and being straightforward, like I believe in the recommendations it was saying training our employees on how surveillance works in the workplace can be transparent without the whole time you're there, because you were trained so well on it in the beginning
You
that
shouldn't
it's
have
just
to be monitored constantly.
exactly. For the next question, let's think about how surveillance can change the actions of employees. Do you think employees will change how they act or change their movements and the way they work, knowing that they're being surveilled?
Okay, for me. Okay, I work in retail, so right now. What we have to do, okay, you really don't see cameras and stuff in the workplace, but they are. So let's say, for instance, somebody come in and wants to steal something. We're not allowed. Y'all know the policy. You're not allowed to go behind them. But there's cameras that can actually catch them in due time. They're gonna be caught. So what we have to do, even though we being monitored by the leads and stuff in the store every day, and of course you see us walking around the store on camera, well, the cameras. We always have to have our bags checked. I'm just like, where's the trust? I don't want nothing. Y'all see that little bitty bag? That bag like this. I have to get that bag checked every time I'm in the store. I'm like, what can I put in here? Pair of panties? Because can't no bras fit in there. I'm like, what do I want with a $14? Well, I'm gonna go to jail for $14. I don't even make, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all crazy. So I don't like the surveillance, and I don't like when the lead, you doing your job, but then they wanna, you need to, I'm like, wait a minute, we're doing this. It's getting done. Don't worry about how fast we're doing it. Let it get done. And if somebody can help me do something, let them help me. I don't need you. I don't need to call you on the headphone. You call me. No, I'm gonna get you. You know how to do it. I just see you do it plenty of time. Come on here, assist me. I might work better with her than I work with you. So that's what kind of stuff I'm in right now. Like, do I want to stay there or do I want to go? Because I'm building more skills, but I don't like the hovering and the feel like bullying. But yeah, I don't like.
So, yes, it does actually affect how an employee behaves, because like I said, we have in my workplace we have cameras everywhere. So even if you want to say something to the resident, which is the patient or the senior, if you want to say something to the resident, even if it's not wrong, you're gonna think twice. Like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say that.
Yeah, because
and then you start acting the type of way. You start being, even if I know we're all human beings. I mean, we get triggered. We're all human beings, and we have our flaws. You're gonna be like, even when you're pissed, you're just gonna have to walk away. And then things you don't normally do, you're gonna do it, and that's not you. That's forcing you to act out of character. It makes you, take different turns about and aspects
You look at things differently.
Yeah, look at things differently, and you behave differently. So it really does affect how a person behaves.
I definitely believe it can take the individuality
Mhm.
out of whatever you do, whether it's from a creative standpoint or whether it's from a professional standpoint.
Mhm.
It just takes away the autonomy because you're being so, when your boss is so overbearing, sometimes you can feel as though, okay, well, I'm gonna do it like this, this, and this,
Mhm.
and there's no room for creative growth,
Yes.
no room for me to make this better because
Right.
they said they wanted it like this, and there's no other way down.
Yeah.
So at
Has
that
to be
point,
that
it's either
particular
you stay
way.
and deal with it, or you go.
Exactly. And from a first-hand experience, I never had a bad experience with the job, but I'm in many orgs on campus, and I've experienced when a president or somebody over it was a little bit overbearing with their demands or what they
I want to
wanted,
say that needs on
their needs and wants, and you can see the morale go down as the
Yeah.
time goes on, especially throughout the semester because there's so many things going on, whether it's exam season or something, and the way that they surveil or the way that they check up on people is not, oh hey, how are you? It's
I need this done.
when did you do this?
Mhm.
How did it get done? Da da da. And it's like, okay, so where's the balance within it? Because you're always surveilling, and there's not enough humility, and there's not enough balance within
You
it.
communicate, but you're communicating the things that you want done. You're not making it so there's to be a positive atmosphere or positive energy. You just be like, oh, we gotta do this thing.
Yeah. And it ultimately, I'm not gonna say it led to a decrease in overall e-board morale, but you could see that some of the people who were enthusiastic in it about the org in the beginning and were doing so much extra work, they began to dial back because it was like, okay, well, if she's going to
Yeah, I wasn't expecting all of this either.
do it like this, then it's taking the enjoyment out of what I signed up to do.
Right.
So I definitely think that it can negatively or positively impact it depending on how it's done.
But definitely change it.
For sure.
Yes.
I agree. How should managers approach these kind of questions? My privacy is being invaded. Or how do managers change the workforce to make sure that employees still feel comfortable? I strongly believe that surveillance is directly related to trust. Understanding who is surveilling you, what is being monitored, what data is being collected, and what is being used for.
So the why.
The why, exactly. And it's just understanding that technology has grown so much. Before, again, they were just over the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's how surveillance was. It was over the shoulder, and if you clocked in or clocked out that day, they had no method of understanding what was being done every second of the day. Now it's almost like even our phones become distractions or watched. So we can yelled at for just picking up our phone to call somebody at home.
Right.
Understanding that boundaries might be broken and having those conversations with managers and telling them your side of the story and your opinions.
When it comes to balancing it, I feel like having that space where employees can tell the manager.
Yeah, like a feedback loop.
With certain things
Exactly.
that's going on, so don't be alarmed when you see me pick up my phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you already know from get-go when I walked in here that something's going on and my phone needs to be on me at all times.
Exactly. Or from a manager's perspective, letting them know right when they come into the job or whatever workforce it is that these are the rules, these are the implications, and this is why we do what we do. So that the employee just understands that, okay, so this is why I can't do this, or this is why I'm being watched with this. And it kind of
It sets you up for
Exactly.
what you know, what your do's and your don'ts.
Yeah.
Now, if you want your job, you're gonna do what's right. If you don't, then you're gonna just act like a butt, and eventually you're gonna leave, or they're gonna terminate you themselves because you're not following a company policy.
Yeah.
The company policy should be fair for everyone, not just for the company itself, because you are having people that is working for you, but they also need you to help them. As I'm looking for the word and I can't get it. So I think it's
Find
something
that
else.
optimal balance
Yeah.
within the two.
What should we recommend to managers to create a more positive outlook on surveillance?
We've said it before, like it's
Communication.
basically- Yeah, it's
So
basically, yeah,
communication is the
communication.
biggest point that needs to be made, because if you can communicate with your boss and your boss can understand your
Yeah.
standpoint,
Mhm.
then everything will work. Then she hear it comes from you, then it might come from somebody else, but in a different way. She'll understand and know that this is the type of thing that's needed.
This is a common work.
Yes.
Common
So-
workplace surveillance. What is it called?
Practice or like
Practice or
uh-huh.
problem that they need to fix.
Yeah.
Right. I would say they need to revise the
Yeah.
company policy so that it works with even ethnicity, different religion, and all of that plays a big part in how
diversity.
the policies and stuff should be made to fit everyone, because
Yeah.
it was a Muslim that worked with us not too long ago. She hated when the holidays was about to come around. So when I looked like, where is she at? They were like, she not working anymore. I was like, she already said she hate. I was like, I was thinking about, you about to get all the money because you don't celebrate nothing. Everybody else gonna be wanting to take. She said, I hate this, and then they start playing the music, and so she's like, I don't like this. Like, they don't respect my, you know what I'm saying? They don't respect me. They don't respect, and she did. I was like, dang.
So that definitely just shows like how important it is for employers to understand their employees and not only their concerns but what they need from the job, especially when it comes to our paper, when it comes to what they're being watched and what the purpose of them being watched is. Because when you know, it just makes everything flow smoother.
That's all for the Q&A section. Let's get back to the podcast.
Just to end us off today, I believe that managers should only use surveillance to track performance and improve the work environment, as it should only be used to make sure that we're using it to work efficiently and make sure our productivity is at the highest point.
Yes, to maximize the use of resources respectfully.
It builds that trust, that relationship, and I think to finish it off, the understanding of surveillance all has to do with being transparent, communication,
Trust within the workplace.
and trust within the workplace.
Yes.
We have
Esther.
Amar.
Joyce.
and Tyson. Thank you so much for watching our podcast. See y'all next time.